Hello everyone, today we are playing with an X-ray machine, so I thought why not start the day off by playing around with a little bit of an X-ray thing myself. So here it is. Okay, there's my leg bones. Oh, okay, that look nice and strong. Hey, there's my dinner. I need to chew more. Wow, okay, and up to my brain. Where is it? There it is. Where's the zoom thing on this? There it is. Okay, good. Hello, and welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft server with me, Zedaph. Look at these chests. I'm here in my storage room. Why do they look so weird like that? They're double chests, and yet they look like some weird, strange, single chest thing? I don't know. I've never seen them from this angle before. But it looks very weird. I don't like it. I'm going to get out of it. We're in super crazy Quake Pro mode, just so that we can kind of get a good view of everything here. We are going to be dealing with storage. I've got some really cool ideas. You probably know from the thumbnail, the title already, exactly what we're going to be doing. But you're probably thinking, Zedaph, how on earth are you going to be doing that? Well, I'll show you. So very much like this, our little AFK XP farm thingy-majiggy, minecarts are the answer. I want moving storage. The Cave of Contraptions is a cave after all, and I think caves work very well when they have minecarts kind of buzzing around. Well, not buzzing, not bees. When they have them flying around all sorts of places, up, down, over little bridges, all over the place. So we want lots of minecart tracks, and that leaves us with two options. Option one is a minecart chest. So let's do some speed tests right now. Let's compare the two options and see which one might work better for us. So I've laid out a little temporary track here. This could be where some of the real track goes. I very much want it to just be all over the cave. So here goes. Let's measure how long it takes this one to get to the end. That's just up there, just by that lever. So here goes. Ready and go. Okay, there we go. Pretty quick. Not too bad at all. Let's set up our other option. Okay, here it is. Let's see how long this one takes to see which one is faster. 3, 2, 1, and go. Obviously, we're going with Minecart Chest, so what I was thinking was having kind of like this big loop, right? This big circuit. I've kind of made a demo one behind me that pretty much goes around the entire cave. I kind of want it to go slightly nearer the edge, because obviously we've got our main storage room in the middle here anyway, so these carts of storage are going to be pretty much like to get to the farmland, the aquarium, maybe like right back behind here or something, right over by the zombie plinko machine, like all the harder to reach areas I want to be able to have access to stuff, and I would quite like them to just be going around like this. We've got 4 carts going around this little circuit right now. They're just going round and round. They're not harming anyone. They're just, well, maybe they're harming the server lag, but yeah, they're just going round on their own. But the trouble is, if each of these have got different stuff in it, right, how do you know what's in them? And it kind of doesn't stop. Like, oh, I missed it. I completely missed it. Can we get this one? Oh, I literally missed that too. How am I so bad? Okay, let's stand right here and click. Got it! Okay, it's empty. Oh, it lets you look into it for quite some time when it whizzes past. So if we had different things in each one, we need to be able to pull the one over that we actually want. So we'd probably try and do something a little bit like this, where we can... Oh no. Oh, problems have happened. Okay, so we pull the little switch quickly to let that one come through, but then the rest of them just go around like normal. We've not unpowered that now. This whole thing's terrible. Right, slightly smarter solution now. We've moved it so that the power rail isn't connected. We can flick and change the direction of this one whenever we choose. So if we want to pull this cart away, we can. Flick it back, it waits here, and oh, that was the stone one. Okay, we've got different stuff in each one. We can send that back on its way again, adding it back into the system. That's pretty much what we want to try and do, add this kind of pulling over behavior, but the trouble is, we don't know which cart's which. I didn't want the stone. Okay, I want to get the one with rails in it, so I just have to guess? I mean, I was right. Okay. That was terrible. That was a 1 in 4 chance, and I got it. Done it. But yeah, if we didn't want the one with rails, if we wanted one of the other ones, you just have to guess. You can't go through all the carts. And, you know, at the moment, they're all going round and round and round. So you kind of lose track of which one's which. So we need a way of being able to see inside a minecart chest. Okay, right, I'm going to shove my head in this cart, and hopefully we should be able to see what's inside. I'm primed and ready. When we push this button, we will be shoved in, so let's go like that. Let's line ourselves up, and... Oh, no! Oh, no, that's not worked! That's not worked! Where's the chest gone? Oh, dear, I found it. But for real, though, this is the plans for my X-ray machine, so we're basically going to add a little component to the track, like this. So it's not connected at the moment, but pretend it was. Cars are basically going to come onto the track here and go up over the top of this area where they are going to have their first item pulled out, right? So every single minecart chest, if we make one like so, get on that track. Every single car is going to have like an identifying thing. So this is this granite. So this is the stone chest. Maybe it's called something different. And this is where I store all my stones and things. This one particular renamed item is very special. That is the identifier for the entire minecart chest. So when it goes over this hopper, it will pull out just that one item and put it inside there. So we'll take the granite out and it will get spat out immediately on a locked hopper. So we've got to lock a hopper like this. It will get spat out there. We can see that it is granite as the cart is slowly maneuvering its way across this top bit. Then the cart will come back down and around, and it will go in front of this hopper where it'll unlock exactly like that. It will go through the hopper, get put back into the first slot where it was before, and join it back onto the system, back on its merry way. That's kind of the goal. Now, there's a few things we've got to do. We want the cart to be traveling nice and slow across this top bit. So we've got to hope that this slope here takes a lot of the oomph out of it. And we might even need to reset the speed of the car beforehand or something so that it is always reliable going into this thing. We need to work out how to suck the item up, spit it out automatically too. If a cart's going too slow, this hopper's going to pull out more than one item. So we've got to work out how to pull one and one item only. And then we also have to figure out a way to make it so that this hopper here stays locked until a cart comes by, and then it gets sucked up and put back into the car. So lots of little tiny problems to solve here, but I think we can figure them out one by one. The speed issue first, I think already, just this hill here is enough. I've got some dirt in this one, and we've got two hopper placements, one here and one here. We're going to see how many items get put out. Remember, we just want one item to be pulled out, no more, no less. And I also want it to be nice and slow so that when we're stood here looking at the item and we can decide whether we want to pull this cart over or not, you know, we get plenty of time. We don't want the cart to just whiz by before we know. So let's press the button and see. So it goes up the hill, and it goes a very nice speed across there. Really beautiful. Okay, and technically, if there was a bit of stake in that one... Oh, I didn't unlock the hopper. Okay, never mind. And the cart just goes on its merry way. Let's see how many bits of dirt it dropped off. Okay, one piece in this first one. That's very, very good news. And I think this second one, it's got 3 in it. Yeah, it was going far too slow across this top bit. Here it went by much, much quicker, so it had time to only pick up one bit. I just want to see if this hopper also picks it up as well. I guess let's do another test again. Let's put some dirt in there. So 1 piece gets in there, and 3 piece get in there. There is a piece of steak ready. It should just pick it up quite nicely. We didn't even see anything, but it is in there. Beautiful. Okay, so this is going to be our hopper. We need to somehow get the item from here, the identification item, all the way into this dropper and spit it out and somehow, like, lock and control this hopper as well. Okay, progress is being made. We've got a detector rail here going into a torch, into a block. That will lock that hopper until a cart comes by. But I think we have an issue here. When a cart comes along with more force, and it isn't just starting from, like, static here, watch what happens. It goes way quicker. Way quicker. It's just still super speedy. Super speedy. I mean, it did still take 1 dirt out, so that's great, but it certainly did not slowly go while we watched the item appear in here. So I think we're going to have to add some kind of speed resetting thing, which isn't going to be too difficult, because I can believe we just drop a cart, like, down onto the space like this from up here. If we literally make it go up here, we're going to have to move the track around a little bit. But you can kind of imagine, if it comes up here, it will drop straight down, and that should take out all speed and completely reset it. So it's kind of moving it again from static, but it's kind of also not stopping the cart at all, ever. Like, the cart will continue moving, but it will just get its speed reset here. So let's quickly just test out the spitting thing here. If maybe we just take the glass off the top. Come here, glass, please. Say we get an item in there. Perfect. And then we get a minecart with a chest going across. It should get picked up when it goes past. So here it goes, nice and slow. Oh, it took something out of there, didn't it? Okay, right, the cart is in there, the item's in, and shroom. It sucked the item up. Beautiful. Okay, well, that part of it works. This part of it works too. I think we just need to kind of like make this look a little bit prettier. Maybe even hide this part, the speed resetter inside the wall, and then it's just getting the item from this hopper into that thing quick enough. That's going to be the main issue. Or it's actually going to turn out to be super simple and genuinely work first time. So basically, we got the hopper, we got the comparator, so we know when something goes in that hopper. This is being read by an observer chain, which literally just goes all the way down here. And each one of these observers are being read by these observers, which all go into a bunch of droppers, all facing into each other and then up into that one. And yeah, basically, it just goes all the way along super fast, way quicker than just a line of hoppers would be. And we'll sit on there. So if we chuck one in, you'll just see how quick it is. Boop. Like that. There's a bit of clicking going on. That's really, really fast. And honestly, the bit that takes the longest is for that comparator, that first comparator to come on. The rest of it is super duper speedy. I've hidden the little speed resetter thing around the corner here, so eventually we'll just see the minecart go into the mountain. We won't see where it comes out until it just reappears here and goes round. So I think this is ready to test. If we plop one down... Okay, so this is our stuff chest, and to indicate that, we are going to put a powered rail. That is how we know what stuff is, right? So if we send that on its way, the powered rail should come out, and the rest of it won't, and we'll be able to and ah and decide. And if we did like that chest, and that is the one we want to look into, basically we want to create a little diversion point here that allows us to change it and make it, instead of going back into the system, it comes back. But here you go, right? The cart is coming in. We're going to see how slow it goes. Nice and slow. The powered rail is right there and nothing else. And then the cart comes down. We didn't want that one, so we're going to let it go back on its way. It picks it back up. And as you can see, everything is there just like it always used to be. And it keeps going round. So we could add another cart to this system now, like so. And that could have something like that in. And that can just be going. And I think we would get into a bit of an issue with them, like, bunching up together, going different speeds and stuff like that. But technically, we can have a bunch of carts going around the whole system. And look, there it is again. It spits that one out. Actually, yes, I do want this cart, which means I think I have to do something like this and bring it round that way. And we can see inside of it, take what we like. The item is even back in there again. However, this one is going to go back on its merry way around. Isn't that really cool? It's an X-ray machine, right? It is. Don't tell me it's not, because it is. Well, you were probably wondering, I had to find out what is inside of me. Ow! Oh! Pain and suffering. Pain and suffering. See, this thing really works. And there it is, a nice airport X-ray baggage scanning thing. Oh, we got the first one come in. It is our mob drops. Excellent. So we could press this button if we wanted this to come through. But you know what? I don't. I think I want this to go through. I want to know what's in the next chest here. So that gets picked up. Excellent. The next one. Oh, the next one's our wool chest. Yes, definitely want that one. Fantastic. Okay, so when that comes down, we just need to press this button. Excellent. And we have access to all of our wool right here, exactly where we needed it. And the other cart can just keep on going round on its own. It's not going to interfere with this one at all. I could only fit these two carts on the whole system. This whole bit here takes such a long time that the other one pretty much goes round so quick that, yeah, you can only fit 2 on. 3 was too quick. And if you have one that's sort of in the X-ray machine and has its items spat out, and another one enters the system at the same time, that's obviously really bad, because then you get 2 items in here and kind of both of them try and get picked up by the hopper and stuff. It's a right mess. So we need to try and figure out some way of splitting these up. So I think back here we're going to have to create another element that's kind of like a stacker. And I'm actually thinking we take that quite literally. And boop. Ta-da! Oh, it's so pleasing doing the stacker minecarts thing. So yeah, we have them just come in and basically go up this hill, ready to drop straight off to make this lovely stack. There's no rail underneath them there, so they fall all the way to the ground. And then we've just got a pushing device here ready to push them over. However, this doesn't exactly work, but I think if we replace this with a slab, it will only push the bottom one and not push 2 of them. At the moment, it pushes both of these, and it kind of ruins the whole stack. So let's get... Oh, I'm really strong. Let's get rid of that, and let's get a button. Let's also get a slab. That's not a crafting bench. This is. I'm good. Okay, we put a slab there like so. Grab our button back. Hopefully now, this just pushes out one little cart and the stack falls down nicely. Yes. Yes. Yes! It's perfect, and it's still going nice and slow. Look, perfect slow speed through the thing. We basically combined a stacker and a speed resetter thingy all in one. So we don't need both of them, we just need the one thing. And that means technically we could make this stack as big as we want, as big as our mountain is. You know, we could go up like 30, 40 blocks or something. We could have like 100 minecarts or something crazy in the system. It'd take a long time for them to get round, but yeah, one at a time they come through. And that means we can completely change the pace of how the entire system runs. We just need to... There's the other one back on top. We just need to make sure this piston only fires when a minecart is empty. We could even trigger it up to this detector rail here. So when this detector rail goes off, we know we can send... another minecart through. And in fact, I think we're going to do that because that's not too bad. We just do a redstone signal under the ground there, boop, into a little pulse into that piston, and then we know we're good, and they can basically all stay here. This is like the reserve, and then as soon as we're ready, as soon as a cart is clear of the X-ray machine, bam, another one gets sent through and on its merry way. So yeah, we can have all carts around. It doesn't matter when we send more into the system. We could have like 2 carts back to back here, i.e. we could put this one back into the system at any point, even if there's another cart right nearby, because yeah, the stacker will limit them both out. The timed piston will completely pace them all out, and it'll be perfect. I just love a stack of minecarts. Come on, who doesn't? I couldn't resist, all right? I had to feel part of it. It just looks like so much fun, so... Don't judge me. You'd have done the same thing. Oh, my turn next. Think we still might need to go back to the drawing board. I've been putting all the carts that I want in, and there's just too many of them. Look, when this one gets up and around here, doink, it just bounces off. This isn't big enough. We need to make this way, way bigger, and having to have a big old slope like this, a big old steep like staircase type thing to get them up here is no good. So, like many things do in life, this got me thinking about bubbles. And soul sand in, bubbles on. Oh, yep. Well, it's working. Hopefully, I'm hoping the cart is going to like power slide across the ice, go into here, bubble its way up, get pushed across, and then down and land on that track and carry on its merry way. Which, if so, that means this bubble column can be hugely tall. So we could have that back there and go hugely tall up to the top of the stacker, and it's going to be really, really like... tight, basically, because yeah, it's just a one wide thing. So if we flick this one on, boom, let's see what happens. Oh, okay, we might need a lid. It kind of worked. Let's chuck a lid up on top of there so that we don't get flying cuts. As fun as that was, oh my goodness, we need another contraption somewhere that actually flings the carts across like a massive gap. Okay, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. I'm excited about that now. Okay, right, let's chuck a lid on this thing. Thank you for providing fun for us, but put a lid on it, literally. Okay, let's head back down and try the cart again. It looked like it was pretty quick. It slid across the ice absolutely fine. It latched onto the track really quickly. And... boom. Whoa, it kind of like clips through the block and everything. That is perfect. That feels like a flawless system. Let's put a bubble column into our design. Whew. There it is in all its bubbly glory. It's a lot bigger now. We actually broke through to the sky much quicker than I thought, but... down they go. Stacking beautifully. You can see they... No, they are perfectly in line. Perfectly in line. Everything's good. So we've got room for so many more carts now. We technically could, if we fly out here, you'll see exactly where we are. Wow, my face just was like a break. You can see we're down here in a kind of really stony sort of area anyway. We could definitely terraform this if we did need more room. And it goes, up it comes, down and round. Very, very cool. We could maybe swap this block out with ice and it might make it go quicker as well. But honestly, this is fine. This works totally well enough. Let's fall on down. Is it going to be... Oh, it did! It had diamonds in. Oh, this is our valuables chest. Ooh, we got to keep track of this one, make sure it's all safe. They're going a lot slower now than they once were. Are the wheels wet or something? Look at that, it's barely making it to the edge. Is it even going to make it? Oh my goodness, the tension. Yeah, it made it. Okay, fantastic. And then it sends the next one on its way, and that was the glass chest. Beautiful. Okay, well, there we go, everyone. That is it for today's episode. Successfully made an X-ray machine, and you can tell everybody that I made an X-ray machine, because that's exactly what it does. We could see inside this chest, right? Technically, sort of speaking. Put X-ray in, like, air quotes, and then I think it's okay. Nobody's going to mind. But a massive, massive thank you to my wonderful, wonderful patrons whose names are all over the screen right now. Each one of these people have helped to make this episode possible. Thank you all so very much. Thank you for watching as well. Until the next episode, a bye.